This video describes how to use the control box I/O. First, let's look at how the control box I/O is wired. The port number can be determined by the sticker on our control box. You can see that on our side, Co0 is connected to the 10th and 11th circuits. We can tell by the sticker description that it is Co0 with E24. You can see that on our side, CI1 is connected to the 10th and 12th circuits. Tell by the sticker description that is CI1 with E0B. Open the I/O display and control screen in the robot's supporting function status bar. Click on I/O in the robot's supporting function bar. Select Co0. Turn on and off the switch. It can be noted that Co0 in I/O has been output, and the corresponding light is on synchronously. The following describes how to set the valid status of the configurable outputs and the general purpose outputs. As you can see here, we can choose whether the corresponding setting is active high or active low. Next, an introduction to the current use of I/O. The setup, which allows you to configure the function of the last 8 CI digital inputs in the control box. You can see that in each CI you can select the corresponding function via the drop-down menu. Take hand auto switching as an example. Configure CI1 function as hand auto switching. Click Apply. The corresponding function name is displayed in the robot's matching function bar. Push the button to switch back and forth between manual and automatic modes. When you don't need to use the corresponding function, pay attention to close it in time to avoid conflict with the use of the program. Look again at the DO setting, which is similar to the DI setting. Here we can configure the functionality of the configurable outputs. The validity status can also be set. Taking motion as an example, configure the Co0 function as motion. Robot enters drag mode. Lights come on normally. Next, we show how to use the DIDO instructions. Let's create a quick program first. You can find the instruction digital I/O in the control instructions. The first page is the output settings. The port represents our choice of DO. The status represents whether we want to set DO to true or false. The smoothing trajectory determines whether our output signal is blocking or not. The last option determines whether the thread is applied to. Here we show the commands to set the do0 state. Select true and false respectively. Add and apply them. On our page, we can monitor the status information of the I/O and turn it on. Now test the two commands. By clicking on the first command, you can observe that the right module Co0 and the lamps are illuminated. When we click on the second command, we can see that the corresponding signal disappears and the light goes out with it. Next, let's talk about the DI command. We also click on the digital I/O. This instruction is generally used for conditional judgment. Select the if command. Add the input judgment condition. And click Add Application in turn. Adjust the command position. Add wait command. Switch to automatic mode and run it to see the effect. The robot will determine CI1, which is the input status of our button. When there is an input, it conducts our output Co0. It lights up and goes out after 3 seconds. Finally, let's look at the use of I/O related features. Click on Alias in I/O settings, where you can configure the I/O alias. You can name the port number yourself, and the correspondence will be shown in the web app I/O monitor. Click on the filter menu in the I/O settings, where we can set the filtering time for all types of inputs. Finally, output reset in the settings. Depending on the actual situation, each type of DO can be set to reset or hold after stopping, pausing. This is the introduction of the use of Control Box I/O. Thanks.